toppling Assad is the right thing to do from a human rights and humanitarian point of view, but it's the right thing to do from a U.S. national security point of view because it weakens Iran and it cuts, it takes the most significant ally of Iran away from it, and it cuts the line that Iran has to Hezbollah. And so for me, our values, our humanitarian values, our concern for democracy, and our national security interests all point in one direction. So the vector is very clear. When I listen to the Obama administration's statements, when I talk to people in the government, I don't understand how they're reading it. Sometimes they say, yes, that is how we're reading it. But then you look at what they're doing, and they're not doing a lot. Even now, I mean, we got very nice statements from the, of concern from the Secretary of State up at the UN debate, but very little with regard to, well, what's the United States going to do when the Assad regime doesn't comply with whatever resolution comes out. And as Andrew told us, the resolution that we're going to get in the end is going to be pretty mild. It's not going to put that much pressure on the more pressure on the Assad regime, and so the question always remains: well, what are we going to do? And the message or the sense that one gets here is that, like the Turks, we don't want to do anything. It's in the too hard category. My question is, why is it in the too hard category? And I think that there are possibly two answers. One is, they don't really see it as I do. That is, that all the vectors aim toward toppling the Assad regime. They're not really reading it as an important play, strategic play against Iran. The other answer is that they think that they can get the result that they want without doing much. That the fall of Assad is inevitable, and if we just continue to keep up the diplomatic pressure, put pressure on the Arab League to do something, that through masterful inaction we'll get the exact same result we would have through some kind of intervention, but without all of the costs, diplomatic, domestic, political, diplomatic, in terms of resources and so on, that an actual intervention would entail. That seems to me to be the most serious argument for what they're not doing, that it's masterful inaction. I personally don't agree with it because I don't think we can be sure that we're going to get the result that we want by taking this kind of hands-off approach and putting the Arab League forward.